Welcome to Kiss Me Son of Pod, a podcast where I read from my newsletter where I am writing about every song by They Might Be Giants. I am your host, Chase Roper, and we are still making our way through their first album, the Pink Album, self-titled, actually. It's just an album that says They Might Be Giants, and it has a lot of pink on it, and so it is referred to as the Pink Album by me and other people, I'm assuming. Today, we're talking about a favorite of mine called Nothing's Gonna Change My Clothes. Also, a little bit of business at the top. I want to let you know that if it's your first time on this episode of podcast, great, welcome. If you've been listening for a little bit, welcome back. If you are tied up at being forced to listen to this, I'm so sorry, and how can I send some help to you? This podcast is a companion to a newsletter that I publish over at kissmesonofblog.com, and we're many albums ahead of where the podcast is. If you want to join in on that, it's free. Go to kissmesonofblog.com, and you can subscribe, and you can read along, and you can join in the comments and the conversations and such and what have yous. We would be happy to have you. I say we, but it is only me. This is a one-person operation from top to bottom, T to B, just me. So it's a 100% reader-supported. It is 100% listener-supported. I'm not putting anything behind the paywall. If you want to kick in a little bit, there are links in the show description, probably. Or you can go to the newsletter and you can do something there. Maybe I should do this kind of business at the end of the show. Let me know what you think. Call in. Taking calls now. Tell me what you think. We'll take them live on the air, and we'll see if we should do these at the end of the show instead of the beginning. We're going to talk about it. I've teased it long enough. Nothing's going to change my clothes. A song that makes a smile spread across my face every time the song starts. Big fat smile on my face. There's this jazzy hi-hat like cymbal slides right into my ears as if it were my DMs, and I smile. It's, to me, this is a no-skipper. No-skip song. Nothing's Gonna Change My Clothes comes on. I'm listening to it all the way to the finish. It's a classic TMBG track. Even just the first lines of the song make me feel understood and connected to the artist and to this song in just ways I can't even explain. There's just something about it. The whole thing just does it for me. This song does it for me. Let's listen to the beginning of the song, and then we'll continue.
All the people are so happy now, their heads are caving in. I'm glad they are a snowman with protective rubber skin, but every little thing's a domino that falls on different dots and crashes into everything that tries to make it stop. And the mirror, it reflects a tiny dancing skeleton surrounded by a fleshy overcoat and swaddled in a furry hat, elastic mask, a pair of shiny marble dice. Some people call them snake eyes, but to me they look like mice, and nothing smelling like a rose. But I don't care if no one's coming up for air, 'cause I know nothing's gonna change my clothes ever anymore. All the people are so happy now, their heads are caving in.
All right, we're back. The lyrics just sound so happy. It's so upbeat, and it's. I feel like it's speaking about everyone around this person who are all so happy that their heads are caving in. It's as if he sees that their happiness is shielding them from how miserable they're supposed to be. It's a song that I love to sing along to. I've often felt connected to these lyrics, these sort of nonconformist concepts in my view. It's I'm open to other interpretations, but for me, it's a song about nonconformity. It's a song about being self-assured, about how someone perceives themselves and the others around them. Hearing it makes me feel confident in how I decide to be mindful of outside influences in myself, and then I instead opt for being the most me that I can be. As a young teenager, it looked like I was sticking with theater instead of sports. Elementary school, I tried to play sports with the boys. But I also wrote poetry, and I read comics, and I played video games, and I liked to perform. I liked to put on little plays for my friends and my family, or just for myself in front of my stuffed animals. So I became a teenager, and I stuck with those things. I stuck with the poetry. I stuck with theater. I stuck with spending time with my grandma over going to friends' house most of the time. Wearing clothes and shoes that were comfortable or that I thought looked cool instead of what someone else thought I should wear. Now in high school, I had a girlfriend. Yes, the one that we talked about for 32 Footsteps a few episodes back. This girlfriend desperately wanted me to change how I dressed for her. I never took it as... In high school, I took it as she's trying to change who I am. I think now that she felt like she was kind of a little fashionista and was trying to help me, fashion it up, I guess. So I was into wearing relaxed fit jeans, a t-shirt, maybe a blazer over the t-shirt, a pair of Airwalks. Those are like Vans. But she kept pressuring me to wear... So she really wanted me to wear vintage, like go thrift shopping, hit up Goodwill or Value Village, find any kind of like 70s button-up shirts, like not flannel, but like a polyester, like butterfly collar type shirt. This was right before the Brady Bunch movie like reboot happened. And so this 70s look when I was in high school, which is tracks if fashion tends to recycle every 20 years. Either that or she wanted me to wear Gap clothes. And I took a firm stance that I was not going to wear clothes with the labels, logos on them. I didn't want to do that. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But the vintage stuff, was that trend setting? Maybe that was onto something. But I didn't want to wear any of that. I had my own thing going. Eventually, though, I caved. And I would go shopping, update my wardrobe with her, all this 70s thrifted stuff, other shoes that she loved and I hated, like weird slip-on, almost shark fin looking brown loafer things. I don't know what you call them or who made them, but I hated them. And she loved them so much. And I bought them and I wore them. And I started looking like someone that I didn't feel like I really was inside. But the relationship made me happy, right? So it was good, I guess. I put on the high school boyfriend mask. I played the role of happy guy who wears what his girlfriend wants him to, even though my head was caving in. Now, this part's not written in the post. I'll go over a little bit. But there was a time, right after the breakup, that I spent an entire paycheck at the Gap. And you can go back and read about the situation of the breakup in that, or listen to it in the past post. But I had a spite wardrobe, and I showed up for school the day after my paycheck after our big breakup, and I was wearing khakis. I had my new Airwalks on. I had a Gap white t-shirt under a Gap button-down, like, collared shirt, and my sleeves rolled up a little bit. Complete, like, preppy-looking, not anything I'd want. One, her jaw dropped. Two, I got so much positive attention from people girls who suddenly were like, whoa, what? I didn't know you could look like that. And I never told this. I think I might have been wrong, and she might have been right to try to help me out there, but that wasn't the point. Not only did I change my wardrobe, though, I didn't hang out with my best friend as often when I was dating her. And after our big breakup, and I think some of our most tense moments in our friendship were over my relationship with her. I was just real flighty and flaky. Not a good time. Not a good time in Chase Friendland. But we were sitting in a hot tub at his house. I think his dad came on the back porch and asked if we were going to sneak any of his beers or if we were going to keep drinking milk all night in the hot tub. And we said milk. We're probably going to drink milk. Good night. But my friend asked me, so what did you learn? And we kind of broke it apart. And now fast way forward to after I've been married for 16 and a half years and divorced, and our friendship has we're brothers at this point. By then, when you're friends with someone from the 6th grade into your mid 40s, this is different. This is not just like a friendship at this point. But we got together for the first time after the divorce, and we were having a drink, and it was quiet for a minute, and he just looked over at me and goes, "So, Chase, what have we learned?" It was a great moment to come back to. So the breakup was tough. We had great conversations. I'm trying to catch up to where we're at. But the song has evolved so much. From that day forward, this song started hitting a little bit differently. So it can't possibly be about a person who literally never changed his clothes no matter how bad he smelled. I mean, maybe it is, but for me, the song is about not wanting to give up who I am and the things that are most important to me for anyone else ever again. Nothing is going to change my clothes ever anymore. That's our episode this week. Stay connected. If you're not a subscriber yet to the newsletter, go to kissmesontheblog.com, subscribe for free. Find this post in the archives and let me know a time that someone or something tried to make you change your clothes. Or wait, make you change who you are is what I meant to say. And as always, thanks for listening. Thank you for subscribing to this. And we will be back again next week. That's been our podcast. Bye.